Hello everyone, this is Santosh. Welcome to iLearn Technologies. Today we will discuss about introduction to programming, especially with Java for beginners. The demo outline. We will discuss about the below topics. What do computers understand? The next one is machine language versus programming language. Then introduction to Java. Then process of computer programming. Then how to write a Java program, how to compile, and how to execute the Java program. At a brief, what do you mean by a programming language? A programming language that you can learn to write and the computer can be made to understand. In other words, a programming language is a vocabulary and set of grammatical rules for instructing a computer. As a summary, there are many languages available in the market like C, C++, Java, C Sharp, COBOL, Pascal, and etc. All these languages are evolved to perform set of operations according to their specifications and design. A programming language is a vocabulary mostly from English language and set of grammatical rules for instructing a computer to perform specific operations. We will learn Java in this course, but before we jump into Java, let us discuss about computer a little bit first. What computers are good at? The computers are good at doing calculations and comparisons. The calculations are nothing but addition of numbers, deletion of numbers, multiplication, divisions, any kind of operations related to mathematics, and comparisons. If we have two different set of files, but if you would like to go for comparison of those two files by installing a specific software, you can go for comparisons, right? We can do this by computer. Next one is producing the same answer every time, like calculating the sum of hundreds of numbers. We can do this by using computer. Next one is storing information. If you have a movies, you can store in the computer. If you want to download a movie, you can download from the internet to the computer, and you can store a lot of content to the computer. And next one is looking up information quickly. If you have a phone book that is installed in a computer, if you know the person name but you don't know about the phone number of that specific person, simply you can enter the name of the person, you can search the phone number of S person. The vice versa can also be possible with this. Okay, this kind of operations we can do using computer. Next one, what do you mean by computer's anatomy? It consists of central processing unit, one thing. Next one is memory, and next one is input and output devices. What do you mean by a CPU? Central processing unit, that is a AKA processor. Basically it does all kind of operations like calculations and some other operations like copying into the computer and doing a lot of operations like that, right? Next one is memory. Memory is of two types, volatile and non-volatile. So there are two types of memories available for a computer, and which stores information, instructions or data. What do you mean by volatile? Which is a RAM, access memory, that is volatile. Okay, so most of the computers may be having 2 GB of RAM, 4 GB of RAM, 8 GB of RAM, depending upon the programming complexity. We will go for highest number of RAM, right? And we have non-volatile, that is hard drive or hard disk. So where we will go for 1 TB of memory or 2 TB of memory, 500 GB of hard disk, like that will go, where we can store all required data, movies, softwares, and games or what it may be, videos or what it may would like to go for. Next one, input and output devices. How you are going to communicate with CPU and memory using external devices, like communicating with the outside world like keyboard and mouse and some other external devices. What does the computer understand? At the lowest level, a computer has electronic plumbing integrated with many circuits, right? So operates by controlling the flow of electrons through very fast tiny electronic devices called transistors. So in other words, we can say that if any one of you seen about the motherboard of a computer, you will see a lot of confusing integrated circuits which are organized. So a normal human being cannot understand those kind of integrated circuits. It might be having too many circuits, right? Okay. So symbolically, we can say that it computer can understand only two things, either one, either zero. So everything in terms of zeros and ones. So presence of voltage as one, presence of voltage of 1 is one thing, absence of voltage as 0. Only computer can understand only these two things. Okay, so in order to understand, we can do it with the example. Okay, why actually happens when you press the key A on your respective keyboard. Any computer has a standard code for each character, like any character on the keyboard. For each and every key on the keyboard, it is having its own standard code. Suppose standard code for A is 1, 5 zeros and 1. This is the standard code for A. Like that, we will be having number of standard codes for all keys which are present on your keyboard. Okay. So when you press A on the keyboard, what it does is send electrical current. How it happens? There are 7 wires for your keyboard. Your keyboard sends an electrical current through the first wire that represents 1. Then no current at all through the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth wire, which represents 0, and then an electrical current again through the seventh wire. You are just send the code of A to your computer. Now you might be having a lot of questions how it is happening. As a summary, I can say that you might be having a question. Now the question is, how does your computer understand the code you just sent? Computer has many circuits built inside it. When you send the electrical signal, they are directed to these circuits. Computer cannot understand us, but they can understand that circuit has current passing through it or not. So when your keyboard sends the electrical signal at the time, computer does not get the code. Your computer says, okay circuit, number 1 received an electrical current, which means 1. Circuit number 2 did not receive any current. Therefore, it must be 0, and circuit number 7 receive an electrical current that means 1, right? Now, it's 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and finally 1. That means the user is trying to send me this code. Better look it up in my dictionary what that is and then display it to the user. That's pretty much what happens. Your computer has codes inside it. When it receives a code, it matches the code in its dictionary. Whatever the characters code matches the code sent by the user, computer understand what the user is trying to do. I hope it might be confusing, but you can go through this video one more time. Definitely it is going to be helpful for you how it happens when you press any keyboard on the keyboard, right? As a summary, just try to understand how many operations we perform on regular basis, like GBs of data, and when we understand how much complexity which is involved inside a computer, just imagine how it is going to work. Next one is, what does a computer process and store? As we discussed earlier, computer can understand only zeros and ones. An electrical device can represent unique only one of two things. Each 0 and each 1 is referred to as a binary digit or bit, fundamental unit of information storage. Whatever thing you are going to store, that is going to be stored in terms of zeros and ones. Each digit is going to be represented as binary digit or bit or fundamental unit of information storage. To represent more things, we need more bits. So, example, 2 bits can be represent 4 unique things. 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, and 1 1. With the help of 2 bits, you might be able to generate 4 different combinations. How it is possible? By using 00, 01, 10, and 11. If we have example, if we have 3 bits, then how many combinations we can generate? 000, 001, 011, so and so. So 111 is a final one. So we can generate 8 different combinations, right? How it is possible? If we have k bits, can be distinguished with the help of 2 power k distinct items. This is the formula you have to remember. So combination of binary bits together can represent some information or data. Example, 1, 5 zeros and 1 can be a decimal value of 65. So indirectly we can say that the character or alphabet A is 65. That is in ASCII notation. Just A in ASCII notation. Alphabet A is in ASCII notation. What is the decimal value of A is? Which is 65. Okay, fine. Next one is machine language. Computers understand only zeros and ones. As I told in previous slides, computers can understand only zeros and ones. That is, computer means which is only a CPU. What do you mean by CPU? A CPU is nothing but central processing unit, is also called as a heart of computer, and it is responsible for receiving the inputs from the user and performs accordingly. Right? What it does? Performs operations like arithmetic logic, control and input output specified by the instructions, which stores the data like movies, songs, games, etc. And also it is useful for installation of all the softwares which is required for you. Okay, and you're looking at this picture, which is very tedious. It looks only ones and zeros. Other than that, nothing we are able to see any new letter or number. It is only having ones and zeros. That means a computer can understand only zeros and ones, but the human cannot understand zeros and ones. But the CPU is providing zeros and ones. It is going to convert to human readable format. So very intelligent. CPU is very intelligent. Next one. So we got some information about what computer is going to understand, what computer is going to provide to the user. Now we can discuss about programming to machine language. Once translated the program to machine language, we will discuss about this. Every programming language has its own compiler. What is the duty of compiler? The compiler translates the programming language into a specific machine language, right? Specific machine. Example is nothing but electronic hardware plus operating system. Example of that. First example, Intel processor plus Windows XP. Other example is Intel processor plus Mac OS. Like that we can have number of combinations. Once translated, the program which you have written to machine code, the same program cannot run on different machine, right? You have written one program in C. If you want to take that program and want to execute in some other different operating system or some other different processor, what it is saying is the same program cannot run on different machine, right? Definitely it is not going to run. So that is a drawback of programming language. In order to avoid that, Java came into picture. Write once, run anywhere. Java avoids the above program. Code is portable, write once, run anywhere. This is one of the features for popularity of Java. So other languages having a drawback of writing program that should be executed on their own specific operating system and related to its processor. But coming to Java, the above problems are avoided because write once, run anywhere concept is Java language feature. What do you mean by Java compiler and virtual machine? Okay, so this is one of the best example to describe about Java compiler and virtualization. You have written a Java class. Okay, the source code of your Java class is present inside this music.java. With the help of Java compiler, this is converted to music.class Java virtual machine code, right? Music.class contains what? Java virtual machine code. Okay, so finally you have converted music.java to music.class. This music.class can be portable to any operating respective of operating system. Okay, music.class can be executed in Windows, executed in Linux, that can be executed in Mac OS. But you have compiled for once. Your If you want to execute in any other environment, happily you can execute by copying that to different operating systems. With the help of what? If you want to execute in Windows, then you might be having respective JVM. Windows with the help of JVM, Linux with the help of respective JVM. If you want to execute in Mac OS, that should be executed with the help of respective JVM. The compiler. The Java compiler reads file with extension is what? .java. Checks what? Syntax and its grammar. Creates a .class file which contains bytecode and it is instructions for JVM to execute in respective environment. Java bytecode. It is portable, right? Is portable, yes. The JVM, Java Virtual Machine, is responsible for what? Translates bytecode into a machine code instruction for a particular processor, which runs the program. So as we discussed, which is going to convert into machine understandable language, right? That should be understandable by any JVM. Okay, so JVM, any JVM that is responsible for converting and executing. Okay, so as a summary, what we can say is like class file contains bytecode. Bytecodes are platform independent instruction for JVM. JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machine, right? Bytecode is not Bytecode is not a machine language and which is simple instruction to JVM. Since every machine or processor like Intel or AMD processor may have different instruction for doing same thing. It's left on JVM to translate bytecode into machine code instruction, and by this way Java achieves platform independence. I hope you agree on this. What is Java? Java is a programming language. It is designed for the distributed environment of the internet, right? Designed by James Gosling to have the look and feel and developed by Sun Microsystem. These are the very basic things everyone should remember on this. Java is simpler to use than C++ and enforce an object programming model program. Why Java is used in programming? Java programs are compiled down to a platform independent language called bytecode. As we discussed earlier slides, this is a platform independent, write once and anywhere concept. Bytecode is designed to be run by a programmer called a Java virtual machine. All the Java programs are executed in which environment? That is Java virtual machine called as JVM. Similar to real machine programs can automatically adapt to specific locales and be displayed in the appropriate language. This is one of the basic sample Java program where I would like to show you. This is having class name as some numbers. This is a keyword to describe it is a Java class, and this is having a method called as square, and you are passing the attribute as x. So you are returning x into x or x multiplied by x, and you have a main method. Main method is nothing but this is a fast execution of any Java class. Without main, the Java program is not going to be executed anymore. I'll discuss anyway in later videos or in future videos, but just as a sample, just I would like to show this one. Okay, this is having a Java class with keywords as class and class names, methods, variables, and this is a for loop. Would like to execute the something for number of times you can use for loop. So n number of times you can execute, right? So you're passing the square of y. I is nothing but you're passing 0 to n is nothing but 20. Like likewise, we can execute the Java programs. Anyway, don't worry about that. We'll discuss in detail in the future videos. Java is free and open source. Java is free. That is, we don't need to pay to develop Java project. We can download the JDK free. Because of free, it makes the Java popular among individual developers. Documentation support. Java Docs is a great piece of documentation. Java Docs provides reference while coding in Java. We get the all information in our IDE window. We'll discuss in next slides. Other features of Java. Java has graphical user interface capability, creates interactive programs, standalone, a Java application that can be executed on any computer that has JVM, creates dynamic web pages. Java applets are programs that can run in browser, example Internet Explorer, Firefox or Chrome that has Java plugin. Coming to Java servlets. Java servlets are programs that can run on machines hooked up to internet, which related to internet applications. Gained popularity in gadgets such as PDAs, cell phones, etc. We can develop too many things with Java. Coming to features of Java, please concentrate here. Java is portable. Java is guaranteed to be write once, run anywhere language. On compilation, Java program is compiled into bytecode. Java bytecode can be carried to any platform because this bytecode is platform independent, can be run on any machine. This is one of the famous feature of Java. Next one is Java is simple. Why Java is simple? Java is simple because syntax is based on C++, so easier for programmers to learn it after C++. It is free from pointers due to this execution time of application is improved. Whenever we write a Java program without pointers, then internally it is converted into the equivalent pointer program. Removed many confusing and/or rarely used features like explicit pointers, operators, overloading, etc. It has rich set of APIs. What do you mean by API? Application Protocol Interface. No need to remove unreferenced objects because there is automatic garbage collection in Java. The responsibility of garbage collector, which is always used to collect unreferenced memory location for improving performance of a Java program. Because of this is Java is famous. Next feature is secure. What do you mean by secure? Why Java is secure? Java is secure because when it comes to security, Java is always the first choice. With Java secure feature, it enables us to develop virus-free, temper-free system. Java program always runs in Java runtime environment with almost null interaction with system OS, hence it is more secure. The next feature is Java is dynamic. Why Java is dynamic? Java supports dynamic memory allocation. Due to this, memory wastage is reduced and improves the performance of an application. The process of allocating the memory space to the input of the program at a runtime is known as dynamic memory allocation, which is very important. Allocating memory space dynamically to the application, we use an operator called as new. This new operator is known as dynamic memory allocation operator. Because of this, Java is dynamic. The next feature is object-oriented. Why Java is object-oriented? Java is called as object-oriented programming language. In Java, everything is object, which has some data and behavior. Java can be easily extended as it is based on the object model. It has all object-oriented programming features such as abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. This is object-oriented programming. Coming to the next feature, Java is high performance. Java is considered to be a high performance language because this language uses bytecode which is faster than ordinary pointer code which was used in C, right? So performing of this language is high. This language uses bytecode which is faster than ordinary pointer code. So performance of this language is very high. Just remember this point. Garbage collector, which is having garbage collector, collect the unused memory space and improve the performance of the application. We discussed earlier, right? Garbage collector duty is to collect the unused memory space and improve the performance of the application. Next one is it has no pointer so that using this language we can develop an application very easily. Next one is it supports multi-threading. Because of this, time-consuming process can be reduced to execute the program parallelly. It supports multi-threading. Because of this, time-consuming process can be reduced to executing the program. Next feature is interpreted. The Java compiler generates bytecodes rather than native machine code. To actually run a Java program, you use the Java interpreter to execute the compiled bytecodes. The code is designed to transport programs efficiently to multiple platforms. Advantage is software author is protected since binary byte streams are downloaded but not the source code. Just you remember this point. What is that? Advantage: the software author is protected since binary byte streams are downloaded but not the source code. What is the final feature of this Java? Java is distributed. Why Java is distributed? Using this language, we can create distributed applications. RMI and EJBs are used for creating distributed applications. There are two other technologies in Java are RMI and EJBs are used for creating distributed applications. In distributed application, multiple client systems depends on multiple server systems so that even problem occurred in one server will never be reflected on any client system. You got it right? These are the features. Just I have picked a few features of Java, but there are too many. Where Java is mostly used. Build mobile applications. 80% of Android uses Java in web application development and Hadoop development. For building mobile games, Java is mostly used. Social networking sites. Some of the social networking sites which are developed in Java. The first one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is primarily written in Java. Next one is Amazon. High scalability Amazon architecture. Also uses Java in addition to other languages. Facebook uses HBase, a Java-based NoSQL database, as messaging platform and also uses Java in other areas. See Facebook engineering. Next one is eBay. eBay architecture uses Java. Next one is Google. Google uses Java extensively in Google Plus, GTalk, high scalability Google Talk architecture, and etc. These are some of the social networking sites uses Java. So editions of Java. First one is Java SE. What do you mean by SE? Java Standard Edition. In the market, Java 8.0 is running, which is useful for desktop application development. The next one is Java ME, Java Micro Edition, which is useful for to develop gadgets such as smartphones or personal digital assistants. The final one is Java Enterprise Edition for Java programs that run on web servers. That is, Java EE is useful. Things needed for Java program. If you want to execute a Java program, you might be required a couple of things. The first one is JRE, Java Runtime Environment. As we discussed in the previous slides, this is a software that allows you to run Java programs on your computer. It is also called as JRE or the runtime. The next important one is JDK, the Java Development Kit, the software that allows you to create and run Java programs on your computer. When you install this SDK, you get a JRE along with it. Major versions releases of Java. Java 1.4 is a major release happened in 2002, February 6. 5.0 is one of the major release that is happened in the year 2004, 30th September, and 6 is also one of the major release for standard edition happened in the year 2006 of 11th December, and Java Standard Edition 7. This is also one of the major release happened in the year 2011, July 28th, and currently we are Java 8. Java 8 is one of the major release happened in the year 2014, March 18th. So as a summary, Java 1.4, 5.0, 6, 7 and 8 are major releases. Coming to Java books, the people who want to really learn, you can go through these couple of references. If you want to go online, see the resource package on course website, Java Backpack Reference Guide by Peter J. D. Pascal, which is useful and concise reference. Other books I can refer like Head First Java by Kathy Sierra and Bob Bates, and Introduction to Problem Solving and Programming, which is 4th edition by Walter Savage. Process of computer programming. If you want to run a Java programming, how the process is going to happen. If you look at this picture, you have written a Java program that should always be editable, right? That contains syntax and semantics. Once you have the Java program, that should be compiled with the help of Java compiler. If your program has any compilation exceptions, then again that should be rectified with the help of source code. Again it should be compiled with the help of compiler. Once it is compiled successfully, it has to be executed with the help of JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Then you can see your original output. Remember, Rome was not built in one day. Program in pieces and test before writing the whole solution. Please remember this point. Process 1. Writing programs. Use any regular text editors. Write Java style program and save the file name as filename.java. File name is nothing but your customized name. We'll do a simple exercise on Linux operating system. Just for example, save hello.java in your directory from course website. Open terminal window as shown in this picture. Users interacted with the computer with terminal window before GUI. You should see username at the rate. Then you can enter, you can type, then type ls to see contents of your disk. ls is nothing but list. Is command that displays files and directory. Like username at the rate, you can enter ls. Type cd to change directory or folder where hello.java is saved. cd means change directory, example cd desktop. If you want to compile this Java program on your Linux operating system, you have to do the following set of steps. Type export path is equal to so and so. This tells extra way to find the Java compiler. Okay, this is helpful for finding Java compiler. To compile, what we have to do? We have to type javac and the file name is hello, right? The file name is hello.java. So in order to compile, the command is javac hello.java. If no compiler errors, you should see hello.class in your program1 directory, right? To see whether your directory contains, again you have to type ls and c. Okay, next how to execute. You have written the Java program. What are the steps we have done as of now? What are the steps we have done as of now? We have written the Java program and program name we have mentioned as hello.java. Then we have compiled the Java program. Next step is, final step is, we have to execute the Java program. So what command we have to use for executing the Java program? Executing or running your program. At the command prompt type executing or running your Java program. At the command prompt type Java hello. No need to mention dot class or dot Java. Just simply you have to mention Java hello. You will find the word hello world printed. Just we have printed hello world in the Java hello. Right? This process is not straightforward. Need to know commands such as cd and ls. Commands can different on different operating systems. Example on Windows, ls is nothing but dir directory. Regular text editors do know, highlight or color certain features that tell us that this is a Java program. There are better editors that highlight the language syntax. We have too many editors available in the market. Using that, Java program is much simpler to write and execute. In simpler way, use integrated development environment. That is nothing but an IDE. Another software program that makes it easier to write, compile and run programs. We are going to use the free NetBeans IDE. This is freeware. No need to buy, no need to pay amount to any of the source. Just we have to simply search NetBeans and we can download NetBeans IDE and we can work on that activity. NetBeans Java tutorial. If you want to go through that, NetBeans is very simple to use. I will let you know. No need to bother about that.